everybody, it's Dr. Aimee and Recon. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about introducing a new puppy to our little tools of the trade, the collar and the leash. And this is the way that we are going to have man's best friend, because when man's best friend is pulling you on the leash and not vice versa, or they're not walking nicely beside you, it really is an unpleasant experience and it brings out the worst in us, I would say. So, new puppy, we've got to remember that something going around the neck is probably going to feel a little strange. So Recon here has been wearing his for about a week or so he's pretty used to it. But ideally you get something that is adjustable, so as he grows, you can grow the collar with him. I personally like to use what we call a martingale type, so you can see that when it's on, it just tightens up a little bit. And that just gives you a little bit more control so that they feel it tightening up and they're going to not pull quite so much on it. Now remember, they're babies, and babies are babies, and he doesn't know what this is. So we got to be very patient with them, and we want to start off very easy. So I'm just going to slip this around his neck. You want to make sure that it's not too tight, okay? So he's got plenty of room, but as I said, this will tighten up just a little bit. And then I personally like a longer leash. That gives you a little, room to let them move. You can go with the nylon. I like leather. I just couldn't find one. If you can find a leather leash, I personally think they're better. They're stronger, more durable, and they don't burn your hands if puppy does get bigger and starts to kind of yank on you a little bit. So, puppy leash, we're going to put him on the ground now and let him sort of get an idea of what he's got. So what I recommend when you first start is you might have them in the house. You definitely don't want to do this outside unless you're in your yard. And you put the leash and collar on, and then you might just let them drag it around, okay? And you want to do that when you're with them because they like to chew stuff. But let them drag it around and let them just get the feel of something dragging behind them. But when you're actually wanting to, oh, hi buddy, when you're wanting to start getting him used to being on a leash, see, their first inclination is to pull, and what I don't want you to do is like do this and pull the little guy. He wants to explore. He doesn't know what this is. So at first, what I want you to do is just have a little bit of tension on it with it, so it's up high, so he can't step and step on it and trip. It can be a little bit loose. And then to get him used to coming to you, you kind of want to get down on their level and call him. So Recon, and he's so interested in everything and anything. Recon, Recon. So you see I tug on him a little bit. Recon, clap your hands. Recon, hey, 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 hey. Come, come, come. Good boy. So lots and lots and lots of positive energy, and you might have to, what I feel like is half the time I've sucked on helium because my voice goes, Recon! All of a sudden I hear myself talking in baby talk. So let him explore the leash. When you want him to come to you, try to get his attention. That might be clapping, it might be snapping, it might be, hey Recon, Recon! And you can tug a little bit, but you don't want him coming because you're pulling him to you. Recon, hey bud! So do this, come, Recon, come! Good boy, good boy. So basically all I'm doing is trying to make this a positive experience, okay? Then what you're going to do as time progresses, what I like to do is to start walking around the house with them, start walking around the yard with them, and you can tie them to your waist so that he starts getting used to being with you all the time. So if he pulls a little bit, all I want you to do is change directions. And if he's pulling, just gently walk with him. If he gets ahead of you, change directions. Okay, you don't want to pull on him, you don't want to yank him, but you want to encourage him just to keep going with you. And you can see his interest is in the leaves and everything else. So then you turn and go another direction. And our goal is to get him to start wanting to not pull. So he's going to pull, and I'm just going to turn directions. And it really is, guys, just very gentle. Remember they're babies, so you don't want to lose patience with them. This is all new, and it's going to take you about a week to get them where they're used to the leash, the collar, and they're paying a little bit more attention to you. Use anything that you can think of. Squeaky toys, balls, snapping your fingers. Every puppy's different, and like I said, if there's a world that they can get distracted by, they will. But I don't want you, the things I don't want you to do is this. Okay? He's not going to learn to walk on a leash like that. He's going to find it unpleasant, and he's not going to be your best friend like you want him. You want to have this be a little bit of a bonding experience. Okay? So I hope that helps you out. The things are slowly introduce them to the collar, let them walk around with the leash, and then just gently tug them, call, use any kind of squeaky toys to get their attention, and then tie them to you for about an hour a day so that they're walking everywhere in the house with you and they're getting used to being on a leash, and it becomes a good thing and not a bad thing. All right, Recon, say bye to everybody, say hi, and watch us grow. So the next video we're gonna do is gonna be about introducing your puppy to an adult dog in the house.